cold opening, you know. You just wait for an audience to happen. Hey everybody. See this? This is a trophy. Look at it. Isn't this thing nice? Hell yeah. Damien, you on? Hey, we got 3 viewers. Sean Parker is watching. Yeah, this looks good. This looks really good. I like this piece of hardware. Can I turn the light on real quick? Yeah, it kind of fucks it up. No need that. No need it for the light. This is good enough. This is good enough lighting. I think it's beautiful. Even has like the name at the bottom here. I'd show it, but it's getting a little close to my ceiling. Oh man, what a tournament. I mean, you could say that on the field some of the results were a little lopsided. Happens. But you know what? Roughly almost probably the same amount of percentages you see in regular tournaments, so it's like not really that big of a deal. Where are you going? I'm nowhere, bro. I'm sitting in front of my house. I'm just chilling here. Like, I'm just chilling here. Nah, dude. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm at, like, a state of peace right now. It feels good. Let me tell you. I mean, I just smoked one. Like, for certain. I just hit my bong. I'm not gonna leave my car. I'm just sitting here because it's easier to talk in here than to talk inside. Let's go see some boobies. Fuck. You want a scoop? Because, like, I'm done. Like, give me a chair. Give me a bed, son. I just want to lay down at this point. It was a long day. It was a long, frickin' awesome day. The Summer Sizzler 2019 was just frickin' fantastic. Like I said, the results weren't exactly close games for the most part, but at the same time, it was just a great atmosphere, a great vibe. There were some interesting contests as the day went along. Some teams really stood out to me. First and foremost, doing this because, like, I don't really have time for a blunt talk this week. Like, no blunt talk this week. I'm settling in right here, wrapping up this tournament tonight. Because we won the championship, baby! Woo! Team Blunt Talk. We did it. We won the ship. We took it. And what a performance it was. Anybody who wants to call in, feel free. I'm willing to have conversations. Anybody willing to talk about the Summer Sizzler 2019. What a day we had up there, guys. What a fun-ass day. Like, for certain. This was a fun-ass day. Starting out in the morning, Ship Flip Killer Bees. A nice little rivalry game to kick it off. Set the tone for the rest of the week. Or the rest of the day, I should say. We did enough blunt talk this week. I'm finishing it up. We got this. And then we're coming back in a few weeks. Oh, I got a request. T-Spad's joining me? Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh my God, Tyler, it's horrible. Awful quality. This is so unprofessional. I'm so offended and appalled right now. Alright, am I in? Speak. Tyler. Whole thing just completely paused on his end. Hold on. He's getting off this case. He's killing on. Tyler is set out of there. Bye, Tyler. Let me know when you get your stuff together, Tyler. Anyways, set the tone for the rest of the day. That Bees Gators game. That big pass down the field. Oh my goodness. the first play after the Bees had scored gave them a first down. So the Gators went 1-0 in that one and defeated the Bees. Second game of the day, Team Blunt Talk Spartans. I'm going to say this. The Spartans surprised me. I wasn't sure what to expect with them. Well, okay. I had a couple ideas. But at the same time, I didn't know how they were going to click. It's one thing to put a team together, but it's another thing to go out there and play in a tournament like that. Their chemistry was going to be one of the biggest things, and honestly, personally, I felt like they gelled really well. They played us extremely well. Like, they played us better than Ruckus did. And Ruckus is an established team, and they almost knocked off Ruckus. More on that later. But the Spartans, they played really well defensively against us. Their offense couldn't get going. But right after our game, they got it down. And balled out after that. A great job by the Spartans. They kept it close. 17-0 was the final in that one. The third game of the day, that was X-Dogs and Shipflip Gators. Gators kept it close early on. It was only 7-0 in the third quarter, but the X-Dogs pulled away. I believe the final that was 21-0. I wasn't really on the field for that one. I believe Keith Giles had it. Hey, shout out Keith Giles for live streaming today. Great job, bro. Fantastic. I'm absolutely proud of him. Giles was wonderful out there today, live streaming. Glad to have him out there. Keystone, he'll be doing their live streams in the fall. Go like his page, Try Hard Sports. Keith Giles, shout out to you again. But anyways, continuing on. I'm looking at that third game with Shipflip. 7-0 early on, but they just couldn't hold on against the X-Dogs too much in the end. X-Dogs were 1-0 at that point. Shipflip 1-1. And the fourth game of the day, Ruckus just absolutely was smacked in this one. This was one-sided. This was Team Blunt Talk's easiest win by far. It just looked easy. It was embarrassing. Ruckus, I'm sorry, but you guys just did not look good in that game. You guys got it together once, you came out in the second and third game, but you ran into a buzzsaw on that one. And honestly, shout out for your uniforms. I'm going to say that. Shout out for the uniforms. Because the uniforms were the best part about y'all today. Nah, no hate. Love the way y'all looked. Love the way y'all played. Not so much in that game, though. That was a little rough. If Tyler can call in again, that'd be cool. But if not, we'll keep going on. But anyways, going on and continuing. 28-0. That was just absolutely brutal, one-sided. No offense, guys. That was just bad. Fifth game of the day. That was the 1 o'clock game. Spartans and Gators. That was a result that no one in Keystone would have ever expected. Because of the fact that the Spartans have been a rather mediocre, to say the least, team in Keystone. They only had 2 wins in 3 seasons. And the Gators, on the other hand, they've been to championships twice in Keystone. They beat up on the Spartans before. For this Spartans team to score a victory today is one of the biggest stories of this tournament, because this Spartans team earned it with that game. They played their hearts out. The new guys came in and played really well with the old guys in the established core. I give them a lot of props. That Spartans team came out and played in that game, and they just absolutely gave it to the Gators 27-6. And the Gators, usually one of the better defenses, had no answer. Just absolutely had no answer. Next game of the day, Ruckus Killer Bees. Ruckus looked better. I felt like Ruckus found their groove. I felt like coming into that first game of Blunt Talk, they weren't quite ready. But in that second game of Bees, they got it together. They started meshing a little better into the game. Bees would have been a better opponent to start with. Hard to start off with Blunt Talk, I will say that. Come on now, do. Okay, it's all good, Damien. Hey, you had a good game in that one. I think that was the game you had 4 sacks. Um, you were just dominant against the Killer Bees in that one. 3 in the first opening drive alone. That was devastating. But that was the final of 14-0, I believe, was the final of that one. Ruckus over the Killer Bees. Maybe it was 21-0. Just a one-sided affair for the most part. Bees, they moved the ball a little bit, but whenever they did, they just folded and collapsed when they achieved something. It's just one of those things. They get momentum and just couldn't capitalize on it. There were times where they could have beaten Ruckus, but they just couldn't do it. And Ruckus stepped up. They played a much better game in the first game. And who's trying to call in? Ant Smith's trying to call in. Let me finish this recap. Actually, you know what? We're going to get Ant on real quick. Hey, I'm happy for you too, Damien. I was glad to see you today.
Good, bro.
What's up, dude? Still in your uniform and everything right now? Well, I mean, I am
Nah,
too, but like,
I'm getting high right now, man. I gotta get my mind functional.
so was I. I was doing that just before we got on the air.
Bullshit, you know what I mean? I've been getting functional, all the way.
Hey,
But
I'm
yeah,
just I'm
man,
just
what
happy, man. I'm just ready to relax a little bit and
one hell of
enjoy
a
this night.
tournament and put together.
What's
You
that?
know what I mean? I said definitely one hell of a team that you put inside that tournament.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, I heard you recruited most of your team, and let me tell you, that's the best the Spartans have ever looked, ever. They gave it to the Gators in that game. You guys absolutely annihilated them.
I mean, honestly, Ruckus was a tough, hard fought game. I think that was
Oh
that
yeah.
was that that really put the Spartans that like in the look and sense like, okay, well, tournament team looks like that. Just imagine what league play team was gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you see the tournament style that we just brung out, the league play style is gonna be, 10 times just a little bit worse. I mean, and I say that in a good way for for when it comes to offense and putting points on the board and going and trying. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a rough couple years for those guys over there at the Spartans before I actually joined the team. So with that being said, man, we just gotta go out and we gotta perform. The Rutgers game, hard fought game. I mean, geez, there's no other better way for a diving flag pulled down at the 1 yard
Oh
line and
my
literally
gosh, Ricky Miller
running
with the
that.
play of the day defensively. What a save at the
Oh,
very end. Did you think he scored too?
I thought he had a touchdown clearly.
I
I thought
did
I
too.
could have sworn once when I dropped the ball in there, he was gone. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? No reason how he should have got hot. No reason why he should have got hot.
I couldn't believe it. That was just
I mean,
impressive
I don't even
play.
know who the hell I don't even know who the hell made the flag pull, but whoever made the flag pull on Ruckus at that
Ricky
time, at
Miller.
that moment, Ricky made that.
Ricky did it.
What? Bullshit.
Nope, it was Ricky.
Ricky made that flag pull.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Ricky with the save at the very end to
That's
win.
crazy.
He
The
stepped. Hey,
quarterback,
I want to give a shout
and
out
he
to
and
Ricky
he's
today. He
he's had
stepped
one
up in a
hell of a
big way.
weekend. He's had a hell of a weekend.
He did. He had a
And
great weekend. Throwing to Gary and to Haney, he looked sharp. Ricky Miller stepped it up in a big way this weekend for
you
Ruckus.
know,
They didn't, and
Ricky
even when they're,
best out of that pocket.
what's that?
I said his best game is literally out of that pocket. When Ricky creates anything out of
Yeah,
that pocket.
he is
Shout out to
just.
Gary Little for the one-handed touchdown catch too.
Oh my gosh, Gary was just absolutely on it too. It was awesome seeing
Yeah,
the Top Gun
hey, shout
offense
out to
come out
Don
there and
Parker
play
with the
again.
one-handed interception though.
Yeah, get
That was nasty. That was sick.
That was insane. I can't wait to go back over that footage and edit it later this week because that game was absolutely fantastic. What a marathon from start to finish. Ruckus and Spartans. And
Yo,
like I was saying, shout out to Ricky Miller for stepping it up
yeah,
offensively and
yeah,
defensively this
and both
weekend.
ways, both ways, both ways. Shout out, always shout out. That boy put his heart out there, man. And even in the game when they played the X Dogs, I mean, he did everything he could, as a quarterback, to get the ball down the field, to punch it in, you know what I mean, to make his team, go further into the tournament, you know what I mean. So it's just that, them guys over at X Dogs, man, that's family over there. Them guys balling for years together, you know what I'm saying? So they had the chemistry. I mean, all they needed to add few more key pieces, and it's really lights out. It could be lights out, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly, X Dogs, I feel like they held their own against us today really well. I mean, yeah, the final score does not
Yeah,
indicate it, but they played us extremely tough. Like that first game was bad.
yeah,
We
they
were
played
getting
y'all.
destroyed. Chili and Kinsler and Brady were all getting back there and just annihilating our backfield. And for a bit, I was worried, a little bit worried there about it, but
Yeah,
Boone stepped up in a big way. The offense came through. Kyle Marshall came through, and we scored
definitely.
that victory in
The,
that
the,
first game.
with a guy like Boone, you have to. He has nothing but poise. You feel me? He has poise. He has precision. He knows his routes, what I'm saying, to his receivers, and he knows where to go with it. You know what I mean? He's already automatically in the defense of the field. You feel me? Like he already knows where to go with the ball. So he has that poise, and he's a great fucking quarterback. Literally, like he's a great fucking quarterback. I wouldn't have no other quarterback out there too. Shit, if Boone was on my team, shit, I would have had Boone playing for me. Receiver.
Oh my God,
Bullshit.
yeah,
I mean,
Boone was just excellent today. This was like, hey,
team.
this was his birthday today. On top of it, he stepped up
Yeah,
on
I
his
know.
birthday.
I just got the notification. I ain't been on Facebook since I got this. Was my first notification besides a few other notifications I posted on Blunt Talk. Other than that, I didn't get that notification until just like maybe 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boone for the birthday, old guy. Got the tournament chip. My guy, and the birthday. That's what's up.
And it was a much deserved birthday. A big time happy birthday shout out to Chris Booth for his performances today. He was excellent all day. And whenever it seemed like we were in trouble, he stepped up and made the plays when it mattered the most. He got it to our playmakers, Zeke
He has
McKinley,
the
Sean
tools, man.
Parker, Alex Foster, got out there to Carasquillo,
Oh, yeah,
McKinley.
definitely those guys.
He did an excellent job distributing the ball today. Our offensive line stepped up when we needed it to. There were some struggles. That X-Dogs game, that first one was very tough. It was very physical.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Spartans game was tough and physical. You guys had a good defense against us for the most part.
yeah. They were definitely physical.
Yeah. And the game we had with you all too. You all had a good defense as well against us.
Definitely.
The only thing we couldn't
Hey, let
get.
me get out of here, Joe.
Are you getting out of here? All right.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, yo.
All right, man. Thank you for joining me, Ant.
Already, bro.
All right. Ant Smith joining us. Here's my next request. So that's Ant's earlier request. But yeah, that X-Dogs game, that first one was a hell of a struggle. Woo! I almost want to ask, like, I almost want to ask one of my players what he thought about it, or anybody else who wants to call in. Because personally, that was a tough game. That was a scary first game. They almost had us. They kept getting to Boone. Eisenberg stepped up and made plays. And he had them right there in the game. But in the end, we pulled it together. Offensively, defensively, special teams. This was a team victory as a whole. whenever we faced adversity, we stepped up. We overcame. Our guys left it on the field in that game and did the same thing all tournament. We went out there and played our best. But the X Dogs gave us a hell of a fight in that first game. Who else is trying to? Oh, okay. I like this one. I want to know what this man thinks in regards to this game. Mozi
Yo,
boy, welcome on to the show,
what's up, man?
sir. That championship feeling.
Fucking great, man. I'm beat. I'm smacked on this couch. I'm
Yeah,
done.
I'll be honest with you. I would rather just sit in my car right now because like it's easier than getting up and going into my house.
Yeah, you
This
ain't
is like so,
bullshitting.
yeah, this is so much better. But like the trophy makes up for it, man. I'm glad I have it. Still got it on me.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely.
This thing is just beautiful.
It was a great day, man. Like I said, we came in there with a goal, and that was the proof point, and it meant a lot for us. It meant a lot for you. I know that. So we wanted to bring that home for you, man. So we appreciate everything you do, and that trophy's yours, man. So enjoy it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate every single thing you guys did on the field today. You guys were excellent through this entire process. We did this in a matter of 13 days, is all we had.
Yeah, and people are gonna talk and cry about all-star team this, all-star team that. Well, might have been an all-star team, but a lot of these dudes have never even met one another until today, let alone we never practiced, never played together. Like,
No practice, yeah. And
and I'll tell you what,
Boone came out with
yeah,
5 receivers he never used before.
exactly. Tell you what, man, like I've never seen like a brand new team like that mesh and gel so well. It was incredible. Like, it was crazy to watch. Like, everybody played their role, people subbed in and out, everybody did their job. Like, it was like pretty much mistake-free football for the most part. Thing of beauty.
Yeah, it
And
was excellent.
especially
Everybody was
with
we
a
were clicking
long
on
day
all
like that.
cylinders.
Yeah, with a
Yeah,
long day like that, to have minimal mistakes and have everybody produce, like, it's incredible, man. Felt really good.
especially when you can argue we had the hardest draw of everybody in the tournament. We had to play Ruckus, who had a bye, X Dogs, who had a bye, and everything. We had to play
Yeah.
X Dogs twice,
Had to
and we
play
also
Xbox
played,
twice.
yeah, and the
And
Spartans, who I could
dudes,
argue were just as good as
they
Ruckus was, if not better at times.
Spartans, man, they really surprised me. I had a feeling they're going to come out swinging because they had nothing to lose, but they really surprised me. Like, I looked across that sideline and saw some familiar faces. I'm like, okay, like they're going to play, like they're going to hang in here and they're not going to lay down. Like, shout out to Ant, man. He did his thing recruiting, hung in there in a pocket. He tested us. Like, he did his thing at Q. So shout out to Ant. Just came down to our D line, just tough. We're just too tough up front. It showed with that game, showed with
Yeah,
Ruckus, showed with X Dogs. It's a good game.
you you guys just like that defense was just insane to watch. Like I think
Oh,
it was
dude.
the final margin of victory average. I did the math earlier when I was sitting here driving home with Zeke was 21-5.
I say we had two shutouts, gave up seven, and then gave up what, 14?
13.
13. That's a hell of a day. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hell of a day, man.
And in that second game, we were just on it. This was a team that stepped up and was ready to win a championship. And you could tell
Definitely.
from the beginning of that game when Tyler set the tone with the
First play
pick
of the
on
game, man.
Eisenberg.
Yep. That's like you said, that set the tone. That let everybody know that, this shit's ours.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say, man. Shout out to Tyler making that drive up here after work. come out and ball, man.
Absolutely. You got to remember, he worked a 7 to 3:30 in Winchester, Virginia, and drove all the way up here to play in this tournament, and he played extremely well on top of it. Ma- Big shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. We needed it. We
Aside from
needed that
giving up that
spark.
touchdown, he got burned on that TD.
You got caught looking.
He did.
uh,
He even said, there was one point in the game I really liked it he uh where he got burnt and he just says, "Oh, it's a nice route,"
yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, I bet it is a nice route. Barbecued chicken, nice route. You got caught looking in the backfield.
Oh man! But other than
Crazy.
that, Tyler played extremely well. He played excellent. Like all of you guys were just excellent all weekend. Like
It was
I cannot, I
it was
can't
cool to watch,
overstate.
man. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great feeling. Like as sore as I am, dude, it's totally worth it.
it
You know,
was.
we could be on to something special here, man. We'll see.
Hey,
Never know.
I think so too.
I
We've
think my
only
little
just
dog's gonna
begun.
make an appearance here. There she is.
Oh,
There she is. Everybody thinks I'm some hard ass, but I got two little tiny wiener dogs here that I had to get home to. Yeah, it was a great day, man. Couldn't have asked for a better squad, better leadership. We had no egos. Everybody did their thing, subbing in and out. If somebody made a mistake or, lost an assignment, everybody did their job of like coaching them up, telling them what to do better. It was just great. Like I learned a lot, made some friends today. So it's like I said, it's just great for the league. It's great for just 9-man in general. Like it's cool to get exposure, and shout out to Shippensburg for putting this shit on. Like they got a good setup up there, and Eric and Tyler and all those guys behind the scenes, they do a lot. That field was great. Like that field was in excellent shape. They had the setup with the food trucks. It was perfect. So maybe
it
next year,
was. Yeah.
next year with a little exposure, hopefully, we get more teams. Maybe we'll add a second field in. Sky's the limit, man. Hopefully, some of those KFFL teams come down to Hagerstown for the tournament. It's
I
just
was.
good. It's good for business the whole way around.
It really is. And you got to think about it. It really helps to bridge
Yeah.
Pennsylvania and Maryland together, right at that Mason-Dixon line.
Yep.
And it's different for us. For a lot of Washington County guys, this was different. This was essentially them going on the road to play the X Dogs.
Basically, yeah.
And this tournament was like full of so many unique factors to it. You had our game with Ruckus, where you got guys wearing the same team jersey, wearing the opposite colors.
Yep.
Like we had Madel and we had Cam wearing Raiders jerseys.
Yep. It's pretty wild, man. It's who else? Like you had live from the program balling with
Yeah,
Ruckus.
wearing a white program jersey.
Yeah. While all
While
the
we
program
had
guys are rocking with us. You had
yeah,
Swole, Malcolm, Coach O, Carasquillo. I'm missing somebody.
McKinley.
McKinley. Yeah. How could I forget Mac, dude? He balled out today.
Shout out to all the program guys. They all bought out today in a big way. Like
Yeah. It
they
was.
came they stepped up. Like they just played absolutely fantastic in this tournament from start to finish.
Yep.
Um, but it was so unique seeing it. And even then, seeing other jerseys popping up too. Baez Auto showing up in a
Yeah. Yeah.
Keystone event.
That had me, scratching my head a little bit. Like, okay.
Yeah,
But like I said, that's cool. Like that proves that, the exposure's getting there. Social media is doing its job. It's 9-man football is a new wave. Flag football is on the way up.
I agree. And I was hearing that they're possibly at the 16s for the fall. There was some worries about them having teams after what happened with County and everything, taking
Yeah,
back a few of their guys. But it seems like they're a little more stable. I'm really excited for Keystone. They are really stepping up, and I look forward to seeing what they can do. It's unfortunate I won't be able to actually get up to Shippensburg for the remainder of this fall unless maybe a scenario occurs where we get rained out and they don't. I'll try to make it up there. But
you
like
never know.
anything can happen, man. Keystone was a
Yep,
nice home back in the spring. We had a great time up there, and today it was home to a fantastic day and great memories that'll last forever.
definitely, man.
I
I'm
guess it
hoping
was
to
a
play. I'm hoping to double dip and play a little bit of both leagues. We'll see. Like I said, I
I've been
like
hearing
supporting what they
about
got.
that.
Yeah, I like supporting what they got going on up there. So I'll make the drive and keep doing it as long as I can if it don't interfere with county.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that their guys are crossing over to county and our guys are crossing over to their league, and that really helps everybody grow in the end. They make connections. We had a Ruckus Killer Bees game earlier on, True County versus Keystone game. That was something
I think
we was been talking about.
that was the only one
Um,
on the day, wasn't it?
yeah, it was the only one I could say was a complete 100% County Keystone game
Yeah,
because that was the Bees' real roster, and that was
yeah.
Ruckus's kind of most. It was a majority of the roster.
I think the Shippensburg teams are seeing that this shit's won and lost up front. You got to have
Yeah,
solid O line and solid D line, and you got to
the
have
trench
depth.
war.
Because yeah, because when you got somebody like Cam Schiffler coming at you full steam ahead, the fucking freight train. Same with Malcolm, dude.
Hmm.
It's crazy. I mean, every one of our D linemen probably runs about 250 at least and can
If you
move.
secure if you secure the trenches, that allows your backers to easily secure the flag or the ball.
Yeah, and dude, watching Sean Parker ball out like that shit was incredible. That
Oh my God, yeah, he had
somebody's
quite
got
a
to get
run.
that clip. Somebody's got to get that clip of that one-handed interception in that championship game because that was some OBJ shit. Like,
I'll
oh, it was
have I'll have that
disrespectful.
I'll have that video. I'll have some video of that out later on in the week.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking
But
forward to
yeah, like
editing that one.
it was Rock said 290. Yeah, I might be the smallest one other than AJ. But it
I
was a
don't know.
good day,
The
man.
Maze is. I don't know. The Maze is pretty small himself, but he's kind of tall too.
Oh, he's bigger than you think. He did a good job too, man. Young cats coming in
Yeah,
and getting back there. It was awesome. Donnie
yeah.
Weber
He
with
did.
the interception. Like I called that shit.
Johnny Cocho, having played all year, steps up for the first time today,
Yeah, Coach
and
Ball. Like, I
yeah,
could go on and on all night about who did what. It was incredible. But I'll
there
leave
was.
it with had a great day. I'm exhausted. I can't feel my
Yeah.
legs. Derek Dehaney, I bodied up on him across the middle. His knee hit me in my thigh while I'm wearing thigh pads, and
Oh,
I still have a bruise from that shit. That man is made of stone, and he balled out
yeah.
today too. So it was a great time, man. I had a blast. I'm glad we could bring it home for you, and thanks a lot to you for putting this together. Shout out to Baum and Eric Carty and all the referees, man. Those refs were there from 7 a.m. until like 9:30 p.m. That's that's insane. So shout out to everybody that made this as possible. Had a great day. Can't wait to see what happens in the future, man.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on for sure.
Sky's the limit.
Especially when you consider kickoff's coming 3 weeks from today.
Yeah, I might need 3 weeks to recover from this shit.
I
My
don't blame you.
legs.
You deserve time off.
I need some milk and a wheelchair. Mm,
I'm about to crash myself at this point.
yeah, I don't blame you, man. All right, I'm gonna get off here. Shout out to
All right.
everybody out there, and hope everybody's injury free, rest up, heal up, and we'll see y'all at County or up in Shippensburg, and have another great fall, man.
Look forward to seeing you all in 3 weeks. I'm Joey Blaze with Sean Moats. Once again, congratulations, Team Blunt Talk. We are the
Howdy,
champions.
howdy. Later, dog.